I think we're all living in an era where technology no longer succeeds because of the technology, but the user's experience of the technology. Our bar as humans for what we expect from the technology we interact with every day, whether it's as a consumer using a product like this, or whether it's as an enterprise customer doing whatever software we're given, we just have high expectations. And ultimately, every decision is basically made in the interface, and designers are the ones who craft these experiences. If we think about the future where, robots and AI are doing almost everything, what are humans left to do? Absolutely. Other than the uniquely human thing we've got, which is, in my view, creativity. So I do think we're outfitting humanity in some ways for that future. Any creative professional you come across who uses digital tools will tell you that his or her day, 50% of it is probably spent doing mundane, repetitive stuff. Yeah. And if these tools became intelligent and knew, what the artist was trying to accomplish, some of that stuff would be done for them. Yeah. And so, it's like, wow. I mean, I don't think there's a single creative professional on earth who'd rather take 3 hours to do something that could be done in 3 minutes. Yeah. And so the AI should support that. And there's a few, major new areas where you have to not just be creative as a technologist about what can go right. You also have to be creative about what can go wrong as you're mapping out the roadmaps and thinking about the implications of AI. Sometimes you just throw lots of stuff into a training data set, yeah, and you start getting exciting results, but then you don't ever really know what to test. And so in some ways, I think testing has always been a very haphazard part of technology. Yeah. It's kind of like, okay, program it, someone does QE, and then you launch it. And now it's QE, it's not just people making sure it works. It's actually people being very creative with the wide variety of inputs that need to be tested to determine, bias and whether we feel good about the results. I think it's a fascinating opportunity to essentially increase the surface area of AI for different disciplines within an organization, and and make sure more people can make sense of all this. I mean, all the questions you're asking rely on the fact that people can even understand it, right? Yeah. That to me is one of the most exciting parts of AI as a discipline, right? Is making people understand what actually is happening and why. Yeah. And that informs part of that art as opposed to the science side that we were talking about earlier. One of the holy grails, I believe, of building products for creative people is the fact that the blank page, is very intimidating. And it's what makes it so hard to be a creative professional. You have to learn. It's a huge learning curve to know how to start from a blank page and make something great. Yeah. There's this new generation of content-first creators that are coming into the market. What are they starting with? They're starting with content. What derives that content? Potentially AI. So I think there's just some big unlocks that that we've yet to fully crack, but are focused on.